Hey guys, James here today and welcome back to another room building video here in the mansion. Today we're going to be doing the master suite or the master bedroom here in the house, which is basically one whole half of the upstairs. Like they get this whole space. So we're going to be doing the bedroom, a walk-in robe, and an ensuite bathroom through the walk-in robe. So there's a lot of space here. There's a lot of stuff to do. And actually, this turns out really, really fun. I had a lot of fun in doing this one. So if you want to see the rest of the videos in this playlist, seeing us build the other rooms, seeing us build the house and doing all that kind of stuff, I'll link it on the screen and down below so you can go check that out. You can also download this room and also the entire house as well. So that'll all be down below if you're interested. But here we're starting off with the walk-in robe. I was just trying to figure out how everything was going to work. Of course, you're going to have like a full-length mirror there, and I'm using one of the built-in wardrobes, which, by the way, you guys let me know sort of recently that these like walk-in wardrobes that sort of go in the wall from Get Together, they don't even work. Like you can't even change your outfit in them. For some reason, I was like, I never knew that. Like, I think they used to. I think they changed it somewhere, or like bugged out or something. So you can't even change your clothes with it, which is really interesting. Not that it matters because you can just click on your sim and change your outfit whenever you want. But I was like, we're definitely having a walk-in robe here for sure. And then we're gonna do a vanity here, which you can actually, well, you can like set makeup on it or something, or do like random makeovers or something, I think. And I think that was from Vintage Glamour stuff or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, we got the walk-in robe, which is great because then we can do, we can woohoo in the wardrobe and we can use the vanity to do makeup stuff. And by the way, I'm just going crazy with putting stuff on the vanity. There was kind of like a mixed bag of opinions when I was doing this. I was like, dude, there's so much stuff on there. There's too much clutter. I'm like, you know what? No. I like the amount of clutter on this. They've sort of just got all this stuff. They shoved it on there. They've got nowhere else to put it. That's where it's all going. So I don't know. I had fun with it. It's got all like sort of relevant items and then like candles. And I scaled down a little bin underneath because I figured, well, you'd want somewhere to chuck out all your like used like swabs or whatever when you're doing, you know, going through your routine. Not that I would know much about it, but I do know that you have like little cotton balls or something, or I don't know, something to like wipe makeup. Dude, I don't know. There's a bin. I figured it would be useful. Obviously, it's a fully decorative bin because I scaled it down and it's underneath the item, so I don't think they'd ever be able to use it. But I put it there just for realism's sake because this house is a sort of halfway between realism and then Sims usefulness. Like a lot of the stuff that we're doing in this build, probably you don't need in terms of actually living in the game. Realistically, though, you probably would. So this is something that took a while to figure out. I was trying to do the color scheme and all of that and figure out what we wanted to go for. Now, I was originally going to do carpets all of the upstairs. I really wanted to do carpets just because I feel like it's more... it definitely suit this kind of house, this old English countryside house. It'd be to have carpets. I guess maybe not. If it was that old, it probably wouldn't have carpet. Anyway, whatever. The carpets in the Sims 4 look like garbage. Top tip. So if you're using them, they're very hard to use. Like they're just, especially in big rooms. I think it's okay in smaller rooms. But the problem is, I'm so tempted, because the carpets look really bad, I'm always really, really tempted to just put a rug over it. But then I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you putting a rug over carpet? That's so stupid. Like, I mean, you can do it, sure, but it's pretty uncommon to actually do that. So then I just ended up changing to the wood floorboards that we had downstairs because it looks like 1,000 times better using the wood floorboards. Like that color of the wood I really, really like. And I think it suits the house so well. So we went with that as a base, and then we spent another 10,000 years trying to decide what bed, what rug, what wallpaper we're going to go for. Because here's the thing, we can have, and I think we were talking about this in the living room build, which if you haven't seen that, you should check it out. That was pretty fun. But you can have patterns in rooms, no problem. You got to decide where you're going to do them. If it's going to be on the walls or if it's going to be on the objects. In this particular room, I was going back and forth so often trying to figure out what we wanted to do. So we went with this like sort of mint green bed. And then there's sort of that peach colored bay window, which the mint and the peach go together really well. I think it looks super nice. And that's right, isn't it mint and peach? I don't know. I remember mint color. I'm Googling it. Yeah, okay, yep. No, I was just going to say, because I remember I was doing some other build and I kept saying mint and I meant a different color. Anyway, yeah, so we got that. Those two colors, the sort of pastels are going on the pastel pink and the pastel green, essentially. And those two go really well together. So, and especially because our walk-in robe is sort of already that color scheme, I was like, that works really well. We can sort of play with that and incorporate it in the rest of the room. But the problem is now, like, it's so blank. Like, because this room is big as well, much like our living room, because it is big, we have to figure out how to use that space properly. And at this point, again, I'm just trying to figure out if I want to do a pattern bed or if I'm going to do patterned walls or something like that. And then eventually I come around, we find something that works. So here's the other thing. It's like we can have blank walls, but we'd have to get a photo or some pictures on the walls or something to fill in that space. I mean, you don't have to, but it just looks significantly more blank if you don't. So this is where we started looking at the walls. And then, oh man, this actually worked out better than I could have hoped. We found the Caribbean, this wallpaper they added in the free update, has this like peach color pattern to it, and I'm like, oh my god, that is like perfect for this room. Now I know what you're thinking, this might not be for everyone and it might not be for you, but keeping in mind the room that we're designing this this for, I don't know what I was trying to say. I was gonna say the room that we're designing this family for. No, the family we're designing this room for is what I meant to say, is a bit weird. They're a bit out there, not fully out there, not fully quirky, but they're halfway there. So I was like, when I found that, I was like, oh my god, that is like perfect. We have to use this. So we ended up using that. And that is this sort of main feature of this room in terms of pattern and that. And then we keep everything else a little bit more subtle. I think there's maybe another item or two that's a bit out there, but for the most part, like the bed, as you can see, is pretty, it's just a solid color, which I think looks great. And then the bay window as well is pretty simple. And then everything else just sort of goes together with that. We play off that color scheme of the mint and the peach. And I even sort of tuck it. Did I tuck it around the window there, or did I change it? I don't remember. But yeah, so that, I think that in the end, I'm glad that it took so long to sort of figure that out, but got there. Oh man, the curtains in Sims 4 though, I'll tell you what, they are the worst. So these little windows, they have there's like no curtain options for windows of that size, unless you want to have curtains that are really, really long, that go all the way down to the floor. Otherwise you have to use like the really crappy tiny ones. And then I can't remember what I did here. Did I change the window size or did I just roll with it? I might have just had to deal with it. And maybe I think I might have used those small like kitchen curtain style ones from Parenthood, if I recall. I don't know. Scaling down those curtains looks ridiculous. No, yeah, man, the windows in this game suck. Not the windows, sorry. The window curtains and blinds suck. Like, there's got to be a better way to do this. Surely as if they can't develop some sort of dynamic curtain system for like windows or something that at least adjust the length of a curtain, like, because yeah, in real life you may have a smaller window but the curtain's still like floor length, like it goes all the way down. That does happen, but you don't always have that, and especially with blinds. I think if there was some way to get more sizes of blinds or something, I don't know how that works, but whatever. Oh man, that trunk at the end of the bed. So we actually used that pink trunk I've got there. I use that in the garage as just like a storage chest, and I faced it backwards because obviously in the garage, because obviously the front of it looks more like a set of drawers rather than like an actual trunk that you would open up and that. So I put it backwards in the garage, but in here I faced it around the right way. I was like, oh my god, this is like perfect for this room. It's gonna sit there. It's like it's at the end of the bed. It's like, oh man, it is good. And then we got just a little armchair there as well. So obviously they can sit together in the bay window. Got the armchair, and then I think did I add in this poof? I can't remember. I spent ages trying to pick a color for this thing because there's a lot of really bright, colorful swatches on there, but I was trying to get just the right one. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? This room, yeah, no, this room was fun, man. I think this, along with the dining room, not dining room, sorry, what am I saying? The living room, sorry, were the ones that took the longest. I think just because of their size and the dynamic nature of each of the rooms, and by that I mean the fact that they use for multiple things, and that we have so much room, and we're essentially separating this master suite into this, at least this particular aspect of it, into three sections. Like we have the bed section, we have the little living corner, and then we have the sort of entrance section to this room as well. Not to mention also the walk-in robe and the ensuite bathroom, but I consider those more separate rooms anyway. So then with those sort of three sections, you got to try and get them to all flow together and look good and not just look like a bunch of furniture in one room. So that's what we spent a lot of time doing. Oh, this is fun. So this signed like jersey that's framed up on the wall, this is my sim Sebastian's, and he's like, yeah, I love it. He's really happy about it. He loves it. He's really proud of it. But his wife Luna is just like, ooh, she's really not a fan of it, but she's like, yeah, all right, you can have one thing in this room. Maybe because she chose like the design of the room, so she's like, okay, you can have one thing. So it was that she wasn't happy with it. So she decided to put this like little wardrobe in front of it, and then a stool with some books and a flower on it, so you can't move the wardrobe. So it kind of covers it up. It's still there, but she was hiding it away. That's the story that we're going with. That it's sort of hidden away. That she didn't like it. And then I think we're just getting. I think I do like a bookcase or something here off to the side of the bed, because it's like we just need something on that wall, just to put there. And fill in that little extra space that we got left over. But yeah, the house is starting to come together now in all these room builds. Anyway, we've got a number. Oh my god, this right here actually, that mint set of drawers. I was like so close to using it because it came in mint, not because I think it looks particularly good, but I just thought it was funny that there's another mint thing that we're gonna use, and I was like, oh my god, we have to use it. I don't think I do, unless I do it and I'm saying I didn't use it, and then I make myself look like a fool. I don't know. Oh, also those picture frames look good. I don't remember using those though in the end. Some cool items though. There's doing this and like going through and trying to find items that fit everything. You find all these color swatches that I never knew existed, and I think this happens in a few of the other rooms as well. I'm like, oh my god, that's amazing. I found like this hidden swatch. It's like I never knew that was there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this ends up being a bookcase. Like I said, and then yeah, because I wanted to just take up the vertical height. And trying to just do it with a big piece like this is a little bit easier than trying to find something that matches, and like trying to find like pictures that match, because there's so like limited number of pictures and frames in this game that trying to use those to match stuff is a lot harder than just using a big furniture piece. So instead, using that bookcase there and then like a little lamp in the corner, then we are good to go. So I think that's going to be most of the little area here now. So we actually do the bathroom, by the way. That's actually coming up in the bathrooms video, because I think we have like 3 full bathrooms in this house that we'll do together in that video. So you'll see it then. You can sort of sneak peek it now, but we'll get a closer look at it a bit later on. But we still got lots more of this room. We got like the other half of this room to do, because like I said, this room is like in 3 sections. We got like the entrance area over here, and then the bedroom or the bed area, and then like the living area. So over here by the door to the bedroom, I obviously wanted to have a nice big mirror so you can check before you go. I know we have a full length mirror in the walk-in robe as well, but I thought that one looked really nice, and it also fits really well right next to this little side buffet table, which I thought was also great because it's got like spare pillows down there, little storage baskets, and then I was able to put like sort of the holiday themed cards on top of it. So maybe the parents had gotten some cards for whatever reason, and they're up. That's where they put their cards. Got a stereo over there as well. You know, just that kind of stuff that I thought would make sense in the particular area that we're working with. Oh man, the lamps in this game as well, by the way, like the side table lamps, they're huge, and it's just trying to get ones that look good with what we've already got was so difficult, because it's just like it doesn't go with anything. Like it becomes really difficult sometimes. And then you'll see, and also just trying to place stuff as well. Like you'll see, and we spoke about this in must have been the kitchen video, the kitchen room build video, where I was like talking about how to place stuff elsewhere on a surface so you can sort of place it exactly where you want. So you'll see me like moving stuff so I can place it where I want instead, because it's just like, let me place this where I want on the surface, okay? Like I want to put it there, but you're snapping it to the wrong spot. And then we decided from suggestions in the chat to have like a little desk over here that could be done like maybe you could use it to, I don't know, do some bills or do like whatever sort of paperwork you needed to do. So I did have like a pile of letters there and then like a little file thing on top. But I set it up so it's not actually a real desk. And by that I mean is I put the chair. So the chair is not snapped into the location that it would be to use it. It's like sort of just shoved underneath. So they won't actually use that desk. It's purely just decorative, but I think it's a nice little addition to the room to have it sort of sitting there. And it means that it just takes up that little space. We've got shoes by the door as well. I'll tell you what, we got a lot of shoe racks in this house, like all over the house. Oh my God, this is awesome, by the way. So this, it obviously looks kind of childish, that little shelf. But I was like, oh my God, that's like perfect for Luna, because Luna, the wife, she was a hippie before we even married her. So she loves a hippie life. And I was like, that would so work. So that's there in case she wants that. She doesn't always use it, you know, not always. But that's it for the time lapse here. Let's go ahead and jump into the game and get a nice little look-see at it all. So here we are in the master bedroom. We've got that mint and peach color theme going on. And I really like this room. I think it turned out so well. I love the little like bills there on the desk. Those are supposed to be bills that we're working on getting paid. We've got the full length. Oh my God. Looks so bright through there. Oh, I wish it was that bright. It looks brighter than my future. I mean, that is really bright. If the future was that bright, Jesus. Apparently, the closer you get to it, the worse it gets. Anyway, sorry. So over this way, we have the bed and all that. Got a nice little bay window here, which actually looks out to the beautiful greenhouse over there, the back garden. You can see the pool from here. That's great. And then through there, of course, is the walk-in robe. We've also got the clock there. I actually really like... You know, I need to use more clocks in builds. I don't think I really ever placed them. But we put one here. I think I scaled that up as well. So I've got this big clock there on the wall, which I think... I don't know, it just fits really nice in there. Then here is the walk-in robe. Got the built-in wardrobe there, full-length mirror. Oh my God, look how bright it is. So weird. And then here is the vanity that we absolutely smashed, filled with lots of little clutter items. Now, those ones are sunken down a little bit because the problem was if we put them up higher, they floated too much. So that's why. Anyway, so that's all the stuff there. We got like hair dryer, got like ointments, like there's so much stuff in there. Oh, look at the, you can see the reflection over there by the door. Yeah, so that is the master bedroom. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to download this room, it is linked down below. But until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching, and have an awesome day.